It was Christmas 2023, and my friend Santi we'd been chatting about something to keep us motivated because we were both athletes wanting to kind of get the best out of it. We were both 14 years old at that time, and we'd started an Instagram series where we would post daily to keep ourselves accountable. This is day 1, this is day 2, day 3, day 4. This is day 5 of training to make the varsity basketball team next year in grade 9. By posting online, it kept us super motivated to keep training. Without the intentions of going famous, there are your family and friends that follow you, and at least in my head, I imagine there was a bit of a pressure, and I had a bit of a pressure to keep posting. And so by having to do that, it made you think of all the different times you could fit in a workout or fit in some shooting, some ball handling, some passing, if that's all you had to do. But it was really just really finding the time to get that done, because posting meant you had to show that you were working, and that pressure was on your shoulders, because if you didn't post about it, it was almost disappointing to people, and so it really kept you going. In the past, I had some trouble kind of keeping myself motivated, and my dad was really he wanted the best for me, so he was always pushing me to do whatever I wanted to do, whether it was to go play basketball only 5 minutes away, or soccer, or cricket, or whatever. And I wasn't really receptive to that. I was just never in the mood, and I was never up to go train or do whatever it is I wanted to do. And so he encouraged me a lot, but I never gave it back, I don't think. Within the first 2 weeks of kind of my series and posting my journey so far, it had gone pretty much exactly how I planned. It was keeping me motivated. I was continuing to train. I was doing like upwards of 2 workouts a day. I was still small, and it's kind of exactly what I'd wanted it to do. Some of the bigger things, though, is that by day 13, so actually just before 2 weeks, a video hit 4 million views. It was a little shocking, because then, how many days? 5 days later, for day 18, it had 15 million views. And it was a little spooky, and I didn't know if I wanted it. I was a little shook. Things started to grow super quick, and it came to my mind that I was unsure if I wanted to be online, and I wanted to be someone people saw as famous. My friends would come up to me saying, like, congratulations, or how do you feel about this? And I don't know, I didn't know how to answer. I was very much neutral, and I think it comes from basketball a little bit. Lots of good coaches will tell you to stay kind of in the middle ground. You don't want to get too high, and you don't want to get too low, because that makes yourself vulnerable from mistakes. And so I think I kind of just kept myself in the middle, knowing that social media is a place that varies a lot. And so, I was just super shook by it. I got so big so quick that even my lowest videos were still getting upwards of 15,000 views, which is just a little scary, because there's that many people watching what you do. And although it comes with lots of highs, it does come with its lows as well. Through days 15 to 20, things got crazy, but it was super fun, because my dad joined me, which was super great. He was super supportive, but he was also quite cautious about how being online can be not dangerous, but dangerous at the same time, because there are people there. And so he joined me, and he kind of managed the commenting and the messages, but he also helped out a lot with brands, which is something super cool that I got to experience. Brands like Anta, Way of Weight, and 361 Sport, which some famous athletes have worked with, have collaborated with me, and I've gone to receive their product in return for creating videos, which is just such a unique and cool experience. This is also the time where I felt videos needed to level up, and so I felt the need to get a camera, which I now have. I'd asked my dad for help with scripts to kind of enhance them. We'd work on getting more entertaining visuals, because there was a little bit of a need for the quality of videos to get better as more people kind of came to join my journey. There was definitely the highs, such as the brand deals, but it also came with the lows, and that I think was a pressure of expectations. I think being online, people can see you as someone who's kind of boasting or has a bit of an ego, that he's so confident to show who he is. But I was truly just using it as a form of accountability for myself, but I think it made people think that I had to be the star player, or I had to be the best player on the team, and that kind of hit me hard because I wasn't all the time. And so I found it difficult because I would end up needing to go to the bathroom a lot before games, and I would get super nervous because there were people in the stands and the people I was playing against. And so it just created this kind of imbalance and nervousness that I had about basketball, where I kind of found it super challenging. Around early 2025, I was invited to go to a camp, Prodigy Innovator Camp, and before going into it, I was sort of expecting some more practical skills like financing or how to build a website, for example. But going into it, within like the second day, questions were asked like why you do what you do, and I was stuck. Originally, I just started it to hold myself accountable, to keep myself motivated, and as a fun kind of adventure with my friend that then turned into working with my dad. It was during this time where I began to feel homesick and missing what I've always had. It was the first time I'd ever been by myself, and especially on the other side of the world. And so it was challenging because what me and my dad had worked on together for so long and what we had shared kind of equity in it was mine, and I had to take responsibility for it. I was missing the collaboration I had between me and my dad. We worked so well together, bounce ideas off of each other, assist each other. And so, I mean, it made me realize that this wasn't just my own adventure, and it was ours. And so the whole motivation behind this journey was to really pay it back to my dad. After all that he had done for me in terms of loving and caring, but also the encouragement, inspiration, and motivation that he gave me when I was younger to go be the best version of myself, whether it was in basketball or whatever I wanted to succeed in. He was really there pushing me, and so this was my way of giving back to him and allowing us to rekindle and reconnect in someone we both love and care about. And so what I realized is that you should truly invest in yourself as much as others are willing to invest in you.